Hey there, I'm the Real Housewife of Snohomish County and welcome back to my kitchen and another episode of the Real Housewives Kitchen Tips. Today I'm going to show you how to deal with an onion. Now I've seen a lot of shows where people have a guest over or even myself have gone to my parents' house and watched them chop an onion and I'm like, you're going to chop your fingers off or it drives me insane. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist sometimes, and when you're making stock, it doesn't matter, chop it up, throw it in, whatever. But if you want something to cook properly, you need everything to be a uniform size. So I'm going to show you how to first get into this thing, and then how to chop it, slice it, or dice it. Alright? So come a little closer. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a nice sharp knife. I like to use a chef's knife. It has a good rocking motion. It's also got a nice sharp point to it as well. And you're going to see you have a hairy end, or the root end, and then a little point end on it. I always like to take all this hair, twist it off, and you're going to set the onion on its side. Root end to your left, pointy end to your right. And take your knife and you're just going to cut off that pointy end. Throw that away. I usually like to peel some of this outside skin off. I'm not going to make you peel this, but the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut it right in half. Just like that. And you have your two equal halves of your onion, and this way the skin just peels right off and you can discard it. Now, I heard it told by somebody, one of the chefs, that said, peel off as much as you think you need and then go one further. Because sometimes these outer ones are a little rubbery and they just don't taste right. So the first thing I'm going to teach you how to do is I'm going to tell you how to dice an onion. Now, the first off, you see how it's got a lot more surface area here. So you want to cut this in half, right about halfway through. Okay? And be very careful. You can keep your hand up on top like this until you get the hang of it. And you want to go almost all the way to the very back of the onion, okay? Then pull your knife out, and then you're going to start cutting to the size of the dice you need. If you need a 1/4 inch dice or a 1/2 inch dice or whatever. So you're going to go straight down and cut almost to the back side of the onion. And this is how you make a nice even dice. And remember to watch your fingers, turn it back this way, and then using your knife, again, go into the proper way. And then just keep going down. Every now and then you can wipe off your knife if you need to, till you get the hang of it. You'll be able to go pretty quickly at a certain point. Wipe it off. And then when you get to the root end, I like to take and just get off as much of that onion as possible. So there you go. Now if your recipe calls for slices, really thin slices, feel this, we'll go one further again. You can do it one of two ways. You can cut it in thin half moons like that, or you can go ahead and cut off the root end, keeping it face down, and cut through. And when you get a little over halfway through, turn it, flip it down. Same thing again, turn it, face it down, and there you have it. Perfect little slices of onion. Alright, well now that I'm done chopping all those and done wiping tears, actually that wasn't too bad of an onion. Sometimes you get an onion that's really potent and it makes your eyes water. A couple little tips for that: light a candle and put it on your cutting board or next to you. For some reason, the flame and a little bit of the smoke that's coming off of there makes everything better. But the biggest trick is to make sure you have a sharp knife. The sharper the knife, the less you're going to be busting open more of these onion cells, which are releasing that stuff that makes your eyes water. And then don't rub your eyes. That's only going to make things worse. So check me out on my blog, www.rhosc.com. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And until next time, keep cooking.